What's poppin' YouTube fam? I'm here with the homies Scotty and Larry at Private Selection, the most poppin' fashion shop / resale shop in Dallas, Texas. Check out this new episode. It's a banger. Enjoy. We in Dallas, Texas. We got to pull up on my homie Scotty and Larry. We got to go to Private Selection and check out what they got in store. Let's see. Come on.
Whoa, what's and up, he came with the right shirt.
That's right. How are you? How you feeling, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing great.
How you feeling?
What's up, my man?
How are you, man?
Larry.
Larry, pleasure to meet you, big
Nice
dog.
to meet you, my man.
Love what you're doing here. This already looks amazing.
Thank you.
You had a late show last night?
They show 11:45 p.m. I got off stage at 2 a.m.
Has it ever been something that's like normally that late?
I'll be honest, it was a struggle to get up, but you guys are the motivation to get up and make something happen.
I like that. Well, for those of y'all who don't know, this is actually my good friend right here, Mr. Martin Amini. He is a comedian, stand-up, funny guy, and we're gonna check some things out, ask a few questions, and kind of see where he's at.
Yeah, man, let's go take a look at what they got.
So you've been in here before. We met you through Andrew.
Yes.
And my guys know who Andrew is. And for anyone who's watching on the other side, Andrew is the owner of Homfem LA, one of the biggest streetwear brands in the world. And yeah, he plugged us last year, got him with a haircut, met him, got him in some clothes, and then kind of built this relationship up to what it is now. And here we are.
Shout out to the LA homie, Drew, and then, shout out to the Dallas homie. Scott, this is the plug right here.
What are we looking for today? Clothes, shoes? What you thinking?
I can use a fit for tonight. Okay. You know, let's get it like a dope fit. I got 2 shows at the Arlington Improv.
How do you like it versus the place you did last time when you were here?
Arlington's cool because the layout's a little bit more spread out, and it allows me to kind of do more crowd work. Addison Improv is more narrow, so I can't really see the back of the room.
And I even realized that because whenever I came and saw you the other day, you walked around. Whenever you're the first one, you just kind of stood on stage and did the whole...
Yeah, I couldn't really see. So this one was easier to
And also you're in the middle, so Fort Worth, easy drive, Dallas, easy drive, before you're in Addison. So if anybody on the outer area, they had to drive.
Bro, we had people drive from Houston. We had people drive from Austin, Texas. We had people pull up like from far.
And those people aren't, like those cities aren't part of the tour?
No, they are. They just, I don't know, they couldn't wait. They were looking at
That's the thing. So let's talk about that because people are coming from all over to not only get entertained by your show, but it seems like they're praying, they're looking for love.
Bro,
they're buying these tickets with the intention of going there and hoping like he's gonna pick me and I'm gonna find my soulmate.
Bro, the economy's in a recession and love is in a recession. Homies are like trying to find like the right one, and I feel like they trust me to like hook them up with like the right match. So it's been really cool. It's cool to see different generations pull up. Like we got the young homies from like 18 to 21, and then we got like the older homies in their 30s and up where they're just like different stages where they're trying to find the right match too. So it's kind of cool to see like pairing up young homies and then pairing up older heads.
The demographic too was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the first time was more catered. Like I felt like more, no offense, it felt like a little more Mexicans and stuff like that in there. This time we had everybody in there whenever I came on Thursday.
Yeah, it was a lot of diversity. Dallas is just diverse though. Dallas, hands down, is probably one of those cities where you'll get every culture in the building. And it's like, what I really love about it is like, everyone kind of gets along. Yeah. It's not like unusual for an Indian homie and a Mexican homie and a black homie to be sitting together at the same table and be homies from like high school. And I love that, bro, because not every city's like that. Some cities are more like to themselves in the community, and that's why I grew up very diverse, like Vietnamese homies, Indian homies, West African homies, mixed with the like Central American homies, and like that's what I love. And so when I see it in Dallas, I'm like, damn, it feels like a second home.
In terms of the way that you do your shows, like linking people together, like did you start up just traditionally with jokes? Yeah. How did it turn into this?
Bro, I talk about it on stage, bro. I never even anticipated it would become like this. This was a lot of it got initiated by my marriage 2 years ago to my beautiful wife. Shout out to my wife in the building. She's in the cut right now. She's like hiding behind some clothes. And, but yeah, just being inspired by being in a happy marriage and then just being so in love and then just talking about it, making jokes about other people, who are in happy relationships, and then also like, just noticing that there's a lot of single people trying to figure it out, and then just kind of doing crowd work, and then crowd work evolved into bringing someone on stage, and then bringing one person on stage to 10 people on stage, and then people just hundreds to thousands of people now want to come on stage and find love.
I feel like it's like an evolution of a stand-up comedy show, right? Like you've taken it a step further and made it a lot more interactive with the crowd and with the people, as opposed to just go there, you sit, listen, and hopefully laugh. You know what I mean? Like now people are becoming a part of the show, and I just find that super intriguing that it's become a lot more interactive, the way that you operate your show, as opposed to just sitting there and listening to jokes. So I commend you for that. That's super dope.
It's hard.
Absolutely.
If you're not quick on your toes and to think of something funny enough to make them laugh off of what someone else is saying randomly, then you lose the crowd. And so I feel like that's one of those things that not everybody can do that. So it takes a very individual person to actually work with the crowd. And every city's different, so every crowd is different. So with the diversity of Dallas, I'm sure it's a little bit easier because you can kind of say whatever you want because and it will relate to somebody. But I'm sure like when you get to certain parts of towns and certain cities, it can be a little more difficult, but I honestly don't think you ever have that type of problem. He had a blind dude on there, right? You had the blind dude on there, Kiss a Girl, and then he also had a guy from Compton that just got out for like kidnapping on there. But that was a sad story. I don't think nobody went up there.
That episode drops Monday actually. So it's gonna be on YouTube. Yeah, we gotta bring you on stage, bro.
Oh,
what's your situation?
Bro, I'm married.
Oh yeah, married gang.
I'm like you. I'm like you.
married
So
gang.
I thought that was super dope that you said that about marriage, because I am one of the few people who I feel like actually kind of like embraces it. Like I'm happily married. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a kind of a
It's unique.
Yeah, the younger crowd. They're like
happily married homie is like
It's like a unicorn.
I hear the horror stories of all the dating apps, and I'm just like so glad that I never had to participate. I never had to do Tinder or nothing like that. You know, I don't even know what that's like. You know.
Has anyone gotten married from your hookups?
I'm waiting to get that. I've been invited to some people.
I was about to say you need to go to the wedding for the first person that gets married from it. You have to go to it.
I've been invited to a lot of people's weddings, but I'm waiting on the email where it's like, bro, we met at your show. It's been 2 years, and we just wanted to say thank you.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm putting that out there, bro.
Ordained minister, because you're gonna.
Yeah, just like Can I get a beso beso?
It's only right that you pronounce them man and wife at some point.
Getting that first kiss as a husband and wife, and just the crowd to chant beso would be fire, bro. Yeah.
We would almost have. They almost have to do their wedding like at the Addison Improv, or like
That would be kind of crazy.
Running back at the comedy. Yeah, wherever
running
it
back.
was that it happened.
Walking down the aisle with chicken tenders and shit.
Look, if y'all are out there looking for love, that's the way to do it. You gotta book the wedding at the comedy show.
That's right, man.
What size are you? 9.5?
I'm a 9.5 shoe and then a large in a t-shirt.
Now, being that you're into sneakers, is there like do you go down to 9 for some shoes? If you don't have a 9.5, do you go up to 10? Or do you like a true?
I go 9.5 and then 10 if it's like a little bit too tight.
Stone's gonna sit here and pull everything up. If you want, we can just kind of come over here and you can scroll a little bit.
Okay, fire.
Kind of tell me if you see anything that stands out, then we can go grab it, try some things on.
Let's do it. So for me, I already know I've been trying to get this shoe, and the Jordan 5, the OG black metal. It's one of my favorite designs. My first pair of Jordans was the Jordan 12s, white and black. I was in 4th grade when I got them, and I just remember, like,
You talking about the taxis?
this had to be 1997.
That's the black and white ones.
With a little bit of gold on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tight. It's good.
97. Yeah. So those were my first. That was my first pair, and just that the 12s have like a very like a.
So still till this day, that's the shoe that you still wear, that you love?
I'll still wear the 12s. Like
It's crazy. Mine was a 9, and I hate the 9s now. Like I just do not wear them, and mine was the OG white 9s. This was my first pair.
Well, 9s are they're like a little quirky.
Yeah, and
they're not the most. They're not like the most.
narrow.
They're not the most smoothest designs. The 12s are really like simple, minimalist, and you can wear it with a lot of different things. I got the black and red, the flu games, and I got the white and black taxi. So those kind of go with everything. The 5s, they just kind of got this like cool. I don't know. It's just like it's simple, but also has like a little. I feel like the details make it pop a little bit.
Was growing up in the diverse household that you grew up in, was it like familiar for your parents to like accept that you wanted to wear like the streetwear shoes and the basketball shoes? Did you have to work for them?
Well, I feel like I'm the middle child, so my older brother, I always say this, the older sibling in an immigrant household is like the Christopher Columbus of the family. It's their job to go out into the community, bring back information to all the immigrants and be like, yo, we gotta get Jordans. That's what's hot right now. And they're like, what's Jordans? And then he just kind of explained like the significance of them. And then I remember getting them and wearing them to school, and everyone's like, oh shit, look at motherfucking Martin with them Jordans on. I'm like, damn. Like, why is my math teacher so excited, bro? So these are fire. I would love to rock these tonight.
Anything else on the list?
Let me take a look at
Well, what about pant size?
I'm I think anywhere between a 32 and a 34.
I'm assuming you're probably not into like the are you into like baggy or any of like the wide legs?
I know
wide
wide and baggy's in, but I'm more traditional. Yeah, I'm more straight leg. Okay. I'm in my 30s, bro. I know even though that was in the 90s, bro, I still it's hard to go back.
It's crazy because how old are you? We're the same age. You're born I was born right before you. I was born in February. Yeah. So my birthday just happened.
I'm July 27.
Okay, so yeah. So for me, it was younger, and in my household, the things that I wanted to wear in the 90s, my mom wouldn't let me. I had to wear the Old Navy, the Abercrombie, American Eagle, Tommy Hilfiger. Right, and so my friends could wear whatever they wanted. They had the Jinkos and the Fat Farm and the Dada Supremes and all that kind of stuff, but I couldn't. So now when it's coming back around, I'm like, all right, I got the money. I'm still into clothes. Like, I'm gonna go dress how I wanted to back then, now that I'm seeing things come around. And so I'm so excited about the baggy pants. I'm excited about any of the shoes that are re-retroing. Like, that kind of stuff for me gets me excited. Yeah. So I'm excited about that kind of stuff. That's why I wear the baggy pants. That's why I got the glitter and all that kind of stuff. Cause
no, all the young homies, look, my homies, they're all in the baggy. Baggy. Yeah, that's the wave, bro.
The most comfortable. It's a form-fitted shoe, so it fits around the foot to kind of give you a nice snug, but the Ultra Boost sole is kind of where it's sold at. And I'll tell you this much, like even my dad, he has diabetes, it hurts when he walks a lot. I put him in some 350s and my dad called me like a couple days later and was just like, yo, I can't take these off. So my dad even loves them. All people love them. Those are gonna be really like thin soled. They don't have much of a sole. It's like a flat foot shoe, but that's one of my favorites.
I could put you a hell of a fit with those.
Really?
Yeah, so if you don't know, they call Larry Full Fit Larry. Reason being is because everything that he wears has to be the same brand. So if you take a look over here, you'll see that Larry's got human-made hat, human-made jacket, human-made crew, human-made pants.
I mean, these look fucking good.
Human-made undershirt.
The Jordan Jumpman Jack Seals look crazy, bro. These are fucking fire.
You could try those on and see how they feel.
Yeah, let's try them.
Let's do both of those. Stone, thank you, sir. And then we can just come over here. He'll grab them.
All right, let's get it. How'd you come up with the aesthetic for the spot?
Let me tell you something. Me and Scotty had no money, and we had to build this place with our bare hands.
No designer, no contract, no nothing. Everything you see has been done. We poured the concrete, mixed it ourselves, slapped the bricks up, stained all this wood. We bricked this. Brick by brick, we literally made this. We literally cemented every single brick together with my dad.
We had 3 months.
Give your dad the credit too.
Yeah, absolutely. Big T, bro, of course, because he gave us the scaffold and everything we needed to do everything in here. But essentially, we had 3 months to build out, and so we had to.
Because I was looking at the display case too, and like how you all did that. I don't know if you know, I got a comedy club in DC, so we're doing some like renovations too. We're trying to expand, so I'm trying to get the aesthetic.
Let's talk about that real quick. I'm heavy like into business, right? So from a business perspective, talk to me about that. Like, what does it require did you find was it like a comedy club that you took over, or are you talking about you built it out from scratch?
So bro, this is all during the pandemic. Okay. So like everything shut down. I'm forced to leave LA, move back into my parents' house in Maryland. Lost everything as far as like momentum. Sure. Fans are dwindling because there's no way for me to post any content. So I had to come up with something. How am I gonna keep my career alive? Yeah. So I went from going from lockdown to doing shows in my dad's backyard. From there, I'm like, all right, I can't be doing this for that much longer. This is not sustainable. So I ended up renting a spot in DC for comedy classes, then took out a PPP loan, and then, just leased a commercial property. like on a 1-year lease, and now we're going on year 4. Yeah. So now we got the best comedy club in DC.
That's what I hear.
So yeah, it's like.
And he says he uses it for a place to just do his content while he's home. He also lets like the homies pull up and they can do some content in there as well.
We're open Monday through Saturday, and I got a team of comedians that run it while I'm on tour. So like this tour that I'm doing funds that comedy club.
Gotcha.
So.
And then he wants to do like you said you want to do like a clothing store, like at least have like a little section with like clothes inside of it. As well as like drinks.
So one of the cool things about going on tour is meeting cool homies like yourself that are creative in Dallas, LA, Chicago, and everywhere I go, I tap in with the homies that have the best brands in the city that's organic from the city.
Sure. Right.
And I would love to carry my friends' brands in the expansion, you know? And so that's kind of like, imagine like having like a store with all your friends' brands in one place.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of, essentially that's kind of how it is for us, because a lot of the brands that we carry were friends before we had the store. So like all the denim brands, those were friends of ours, Greg, Chris, all the people that own the denim brands. Fem is a friend of ours, and then we also have our brand.
But when you guys started this, you already had like a profile, right? Like online?
Not really, no.
We did sales and distribution first.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let's go back in the story. So first of all, I was still living in LA, from here in North Texas, but I was living in LA at the time, and I started a clothing brand, and I was trying to get it into a bunch of different stores, and I was visiting in Austin. I seen this video on YouTube about a clothing store in Austin, and I was like, I gotta go tap in with these guys. From that point,
World Star.
oh yeah, from World Star, sorry.
We posted on World Star.
Hell yeah.
And so-
back when World Star was.
Do you know who Coy Shapiro is from Vintage Frames? He's like a short Jewish guy with a beard that sells all like the Versace, Chanel frames to all the rappers. So we flew him down and did a video, dropped it on World Star, and this guy saw it.
So that's when I meet Scott. We're two guys about the same age, trying to get it popping with the clothing thing, and just in this world, you know, and we just been road dogs ever since.
I ended up firing somebody and putting a flyer out saying like I was looking for a new employee. Larry DMs me, he's like, take the flyer down, I want to come work for y'all. So then he came and worked. I was the manager at the store, my friend owned it. So we hired Larry, me and Larry clicked, and then we moved out here to open up the second location for my friend. Got to the point where we realized how profitable we are and figured out our own worth and realized like, well, we could be doing this on our own, but we could maximize it to a higher level. And so we just kind of left, started doing a sales fashion agency, reached out to Drew. Drew was one of our first clients. He let us do sales and distribution for Fem, moved all the clothes to a warehouse here in Dallas, did that for 3 years. And then my dad's goal for Larry and I was like, he always told us like, you need your own store. You need your own store. Prove to me that you understand the fundamentals of business, and I'll make sure that I fund you to open up your store. So we did that for 3 years. My dad would come down, he would mentor us, teach us things. And then finally he's like, all right, cool, I'll fund it if you guys can make it happen.
That's dope.
Got the lease here. Terry gave us only $40,000.
Does your dad have a background in business or?
Oh yeah, I mean, too many businesses to count on two hands that my dad had started from scratch. And the crazy part is we did the build out all on our own and filled it with clothes with only $40,000. Build out cost what, like $22,000, $23,000 or something like that. The other 17 is what we had just to fill up with clothes. But we ended up talking to some of our friends.
What a location.
And then, so we were set to open October 1st, 2018. And when you move in, obviously we're in a mall, the rent is very expensive, but we were about to open and we had no money. So it was the weekend and we knew the office people weren't gonna be here. So we just opened a day or two early. We threw a grand opening party. We made rent in one day and never looked back.
And we've never been late behind on rent or nothing like that ever since. And then now we got 3 stores and then the YouTube channel. And so ever since then, it's just been kind of now just streamlined. And then the brand came last. It was one of those things where it's like, everybody's like, man, you should start making your own clothes. But it's like, we wanted to brand ourselves before creating the brand so that anything we create afterwards, people are in love with us and they'll support us in anything that we do. Right. So once we realized that we have individual fan base and a fan base as a whole through the YouTube channel, that's when we're like, all right, now it's time to make a brand because it will be successful from the jump. And then now everything that we drop sells out. And so
I love it.
See it on the Chris Browns of the world to the.
And you get people
Martin
driving
Meanies.
from all over, right?
Oh yeah. There was
There's
a
one
guy in
here.
here
I just saw.
yeah.
I just heard him. He said he drove. What was he? He drove
From
5 hours
Louisiana.
From
Yeah, he
Louisiana.
drove from Louisiana.
And we're never in here anymore, so it's like very randomly if you catch us in here. So he got lucky on that one because we're never in. You know, we got it streamlined now to the point where it's like we don't technically have to be here as much anymore, unless you're coming, obviously.
Of course, man. No, that's fucking. I'm proud of
And
you guys.
it's easier when we're not here to micromanage, you know. Just let these guys do their thing, makes everybody's life easier. So
How those fit?
It's amazing, bro. I
You
love
want
it.
to try these on first though? Just
Yeah, let's do it.
Make sure. Now these, like I was saying earlier, they're a little bit lighter, not much of a sole, and they seem very flat-footed. But I'm flat-footed, so that might be the reason why. But when you put them on, you'll feel that you can kind of almost feel the ground. In my opinion, I feel like you can almost feel the ground in them.
Yeah, these are very.
They're nice though.
They're
The
true-
colorway's nice.
They're true to 9.5, I believe, huh?
Do you commonly wear creams and browns and whites
Nah.
and stuff like that, or do you typically wear black?
I typically wear black, especially on stage. But my wife and Jaime always tell me I gotta start, wearing more colors on stage because it's like, bro, everything's too.
You know, I used to be an all black person till we opened up this store, and now I wear literally every color and some of the craziest colors. Even my girlfriend will tell me like she thinks are my most favorite on me is greens, yellows, blue, and I was never
Yeah,
like
I think
that,
these are
so
really cool, man, for springtime.
There you go.
Yeah, I love
Going
it, man.
into spring, and a lot of stuff that I just gave you. Like
Yeah,
all the
it
private
goes.
stuff, the hoodie, the shirts, all that stuff matches.
Yeah.
With that, so.
There's like this cream, I think it's a cream or brown you have in the cowboy one.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you want to grab before you leave that I didn't already give you.
you gotta do the full fit though. You gotta do the brown sweat or the cream sweat. You let me take care of that part.
do it.
What we'll do is we could put both on the counter, and we can also look for some clothes and stuff, and then we can also go through at the end and just tally up, and then whatever you want to take off or keep or whatever, we can do it like that.
Fantastic.
Because sometimes people don't make up their mind till the very end.
That sounds good, bro.
Do you own a pair of Travis's?
No, not yet. This would probably be the first one.
first one. It's a good
Yeah.
one, though.
Are these are the good ones?
Yeah, this is a good one. This is his silhouette that he created. So before he retros the 4, retros the 1, retros the SB, takes other silhouettes. This one was one that he created from scratch. Obviously there's the sole is from another shoe and other little pieces, but it's his first actual suit.
I like that. What's this room called right here?
Man, this is our old dressing rooms when we first built the store. This was the dressing rooms, but eventually as our brand and our reputations began to grow, we outgrew every space for shoes in this store. And after the pandemic, it was really weird letting people try things on, so we kind of converted this over into the sneaker room.
And now this is the room that if you watch the channel or have seen any of the viral clips that we drop, a lot of famous people have been in this room. I've danced with Soulja Boy in here. We've done interviews with Fat Joe, Monica, Waka Flocka, all sorts of different people have been in and out of this room.
Even from comedians, Joe Coy's been in here. Yeah. So,
Are you a fan of Joe Coy?
Joe Coy is amazing.
Speaking of, okay, growing up, who was somebody, was comedy something you've always leaned into, or did
not
someone
really.
tell you were hilarious?
I would say I remember I was in high school and I saw Chappelle Killing Me Softly on HBO, and he's from Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland. Okay. So I remember just he was like the first comic I saw as a high school kid. Like, yo, he kind of talks like me and my friends. Like, damn, he was like, hey, what up, son? And I
Even
was
on
like,
Blue Streak, I think it was what he was on. He was talking crazy on that one too. The movie Blue Streak.
Yeah, I remember that. He had
Back with the gun.
He had like a little cameo. Yeah. But to me, he was like the first comic that really like. And of course, Eddie Murphy from Delirious, that's a throwback.
Yeah. Martin and Eddie and those early ones, leather suits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now DC has like a lot of like Martin Lawrence is from DC, Dave Chappelle's from DC, and it's just kind of cool to see like the history of like watching DC comics and then like me being a part of like the next wave. Sure. So it's really cool to be a part of that, and like being able to watch comics when you're like coming up is so important to be like just learn what great comedy is.
Is there anyone that you would ever want to like share the stage with or like be on tour with? Any like?
I've been very fortunate. A lot of homies that I came up with are now like superstars in their own right. Shout out to the homie Matt Rife. He was the best man at my wedding, and so like I get to do my own sold out shows. But then sometimes they'll hit me up like, yo dog, I want to do Madison Square Garden, pull up. And I'll just like get to do show. I did the Hollywood Bowl In LA, that was like 18,000 people, and that was like my first time doing 18,000 people because of Matt. So I'm very lucky to have homies like that.
That's super dope.
Kind of just like share.
Man, but
share
last
the-
minute though, that scared the shit out of me. Like someone asking you to pull up
But
last
if the,
minute
if
with
the
the
material's
content.
ready, so talk to me about that, like, because you have a comedy club, which from what I understand, is that typically is like the testing grounds, right?
Yes, 100%.
So can you tell me about a little bit about the difference between performing in front of 18,000 people versus, you know, a
an
small,
intimate 50 square,
comedy
like
club?
with my comedy club. The cool thing about a comedy club, it's intimate. They kind of know it's like the lab, so you can bring up your notebook. You're like, yo, let me try this joke real quick. What do you guys think about this? And you can literally just kind of work it out in front of them, and they appreciate that. It's the process. 10,000 people, not the same energy. You gotta come. Everything's gotta be boom, fast, prepared. Your energy's gotta be right. You gotta project. You gotta know the timing, because even in a comedy club, which is like 300 people versus 10,000, you gotta give the crowd time to laugh.
Sure.
So it's like a wave of laugh, and then you go into your next joke. So it's almost like a rhythm that you have to, like, you know, not rush. A lot of like comics, I mean, even like when I started doing bigger venues, like you rush through your set, but like when the laughs come, you gotta be like, all right, let me wait for the laugh to settle, and then the next joke. So it's really cool. That's a really cool thing that because of Matt, I've been able to have experience doing huge venues.
Super dope, man. Especially just that you don't think about those things, but there really is a science behind what you guys do, and the crowd control and just being able to, man.
But you said
master of ceremony.
You had said Matt had some big days in his career with you. Was it at your spot, correct? Or
100%.
was it
Like back when Matt couldn't sell tickets, he would come to DC, and I was like a promoter. Like I would produce my own shows, so I was like, yo, come to DC, doggy. I'll help you sell it out, and we'll rock it together. And to this day, he remembers those moments when I reach out. And he came to Room 808 when I opened it, and he couldn't even sell out 50 tickets. And this is 2022.
Right.
So imagine, 2022 is 2025 now, and he's the biggest comic in the world, selling out like arenas. And so like naturally, he's always gonna be like, yo, Martin was there when I couldn't even sell 50 tickets. So that's to me, like, that's what a genuine friendship is. It's not based off like, you know, status. It's based off like genuine love and support of like, yo, I believe in you, and we're gonna make it together. And now I'm doing my own tour, he's doing his own tour, and we're both kind of like, you know, killing it in our own way. But when we come together, it's like, it's always love.
What's your favorite city? I feel like you've been traveling pretty consistently. Like, where do you feel the most love, the most energy? Where you're like the nightlife, everything after, the places you eat when you're running around the city. Like,
a big deal.
yeah.
You know what it is, bro? I get this question a lot, and I always say the same thing. It's always like, bro, I'm someone who's got immigrant parents and grew up in Maryland. Like, anywhere I go where I get like sold out shows and there's people lining up or driving hours to see me, it's like, how can you not love that city? Like anywhere, like I can give you like from Dallas to Houston to places like Salt Lake City I've never been to in my life, and there's like 2 sold out shows, and I'm just like, man, I've never been here in my life, you know? And so it's like, it's a beautiful place, but more importantly, it's like, yo, people are genuinely excited to see me who've never met me, they just watch me online. It's like, how can you not love that city, you know? And it's just, anywhere I get love, you know?
All right.
You know?
Well, I can't complain with that.
You
Salt
know?
Lake's cool. We went there before. I think Denver was probably one of my favorite places.
Denver's an amazing city too. It's a beautiful.
Any place that's been like a tough crowd? Was like Boston a tough crowd or anything like that?
Nah, I think.
There's been Boston out there because they just seem like they'd be a tough crowd.
Nah, they're fun. I like Boston. You know, Richmond, Virginia was weird.
Okay.
I still to this day can't get a pulse on Richmond. I don't know what it is about Richmond, bro. It's just, and it's not even that far from where I grew up, DC, but it's just.
Someone in the comments is about to roast you. He's like, I'm from Richmond, man.
No, they'll probably be like, they're like, bro, we get it. They're like, we get it. It's like, you actually right about that.
Cool, let's see what these fits are talking about. Let's see if they whip something up in time. If it's Larry approved. I see a couple things.
so look, we need a skinnier one. He won't do a baggy, so just get me a skinnier one, but the color is cool. But I also think that
He said, I did that. So this is what we got so far on this side. You wear camo pants? Is that like something that, I mean, not everybody does, but I will.
I noticed camo's kind of popping right now.
The one thing that's cool about camo and that we were just talking about, me and my girl on the web here, is that you can literally wear any color with camo, and it goes.
Okay.
Red, black, brown, it doesn't even matter. Everything pops with camo.
Shit, I could wear camo tonight at the orange.
So is that what you were going for with this, or is that what you're for this one?
Just options. It doesn't matter. I think that a solid color. This is a lot going on for a busy shirt too, so I would mute some of that. My man's in his 30s, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
You know, sometimes I think that when I get dressed, but I look in the mirror and I'm like, man, I'm fresh though, bro. I don't give a fuck.
But you can tell you're having fun with it though. You're having fun with it.
Yeah, bro.
As long as you're having fun and you're like, you got to go with like your. I feel like fashion is like an extension of your personality. It's like what you want to. It's like what you want to put out into the universe, right?
Yes, and that's why I love Pharrell and the way his age and his style with the grills and the jewelry. Like I love it.
Just do me the way that I do.
Now my friends that I grew up with might not understand it when they see me on Facebook and I post something like this. But anybody that knows me now understands like, okay, yeah, he's fun.
It's weird, like I'll wear my hat backwards and shit, and I just feel like I feel like I'm more fun on stage with the hat backwards. It's like we ready to have, like if I'm like if I wear it like this, it just make, it's like I'd come off too like, it's like, it's a different, but then when I go like this.
But you also look younger when it's back.
It's just more silly and like, yo, I'm about to talk shit, I'm about to make fun of you, and it's all gonna be love.
I'm about to make fun of you.
But then if I look like this, it look like, yo, we might have problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's funny because you're doing it right now in front of me, and I'm totally agreeing with you.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
I
love
the whole demeanor changes every time that you flip it.
It's weird. Or with like even no hat, and then it's like all of a sudden it just becomes like a different like. It's like, but this is like a very like, hey, we're about to have some fun.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I had a manager and a director. I was filming my special, and they didn't let me wear my hat backwards, and I was so upset.
I would have been too.
Because I'm like,
we leave restaurants.
They're like, no,
like that. You guys can't come in like that. We're like, all right, tight, we're out.
We're filming a comedy special, and I'm like, bro, like, this is my special. I wanted this is, and they're like, no, you want to. This is for like TV, and you want to make sure people who don't know you see you. Like, that's not. And I'm like, bro, like, I need the hat backwards, and I just feel like I regretted.
I've been in that position. Nick and Sam's was one of the places here. They escorted me out because of our dress code. Yeah. And the second time I went, they tried to escort me out. And then they had like cowboy players, like Dez walked by and they're like, bro, like he's good. Like everybody shops with him, just let him in. They just were like, no, he's got to go, call the cops. Made him like walk me out. Cause I wasn't being aggressive, but I was just trying to get an understanding as to like, why are these people allowed in here? And I can't, when I feel like my fit was honestly very suitable. Yeah. Minus the hat probably, but I'll take the hat off. But no, they weren't trying to hear it. But we get those types of problems a lot of times. And it's just one of the situations where I get it, I understand, but a lot of times like I don't want to change how I am to cater. I'm gonna be myself. So.
Yeah, man.
But I can't switch it up. Don't get it twisted. I can put the cardigan on with the crop slacks and the Prada loafers. Like I can do
my
both.
Sunday best, you know. I can do it, but at the end of the day, I just want to be me. I feel like we work very hard to be able to be ourselves, and then also extend that to the youth. Look at all the other kids that come in here, even we're wearing gasoline and all of these brands that we put these kids on, and to be able to express themselves, man. So if you can't let me be me, then you don't get to have me in the building, bro.
How are we feeling on any of these fits? Is this anything that you like over here?
Yes.
Do you like these sweats?
The sweats are fire. I love this shirt. I love this shirt. I like these pants. I think I'm gonna probably wear these pants tonight. But you're right, I think it is a little bit, with a busy shirt and a busy pants, it might be a lot. So I gotta figure out.
Do you want to grab both shoes, or do you want me to tally everything up?
You know what I could do? I could do maybe the jeans I'm wearing with like this and this. What do you think? Or even this.
That for sure is gonna go with
everything. This goes.
That's gonna go with everything. You can even throw.
Just mute it out. There you go with the logo.
Yeah.
If you were to pull the pants away, you could wear either one of these with the pants you're wearing now, with the shoes, with the hat.
Yes.
All day.
I agree.
Because you see this a little bit of gray. There's gray on the dog, gray or silver on the shoe. This is just blacked out. So pull these away. And then obviously these jeans are too wide.
Yeah, so we can take the jeans away.
And then on top of that,
there's this one T-shirt I really like. It's
which one do you like?
It's this colorway. I think I want to wear this colorway too, because I wore the black one on Thursday, but I like this colorway. I like cream.
You like the cream one or the tannish one?
A large and the cream.
Yeah, do that one. We'll fill this one off in. What size did you want in the cream one?
Large, if you have.
Do you have a large in it? No large? Medium? No XL? Maybe? Did you wear a little oversized?
Nah, the large is perfect.
You like it to wear?
Yeah. No, if
see,
that's
I'm
the case,
different. I wear however. I wear oversized. I wear tight. I wear large, true to size.
Maybe I could wear this tonight then. What do you think?
Or we still have just the white one. I just don't know. I know you said
Yeah,
got white on it. I mean, I get what you're saying with this. The cream and it brings this out more.
I just like cream on my skin more too. It makes it a little bit more.
Creamy guy.
Even just the muted one.
Oh yeah, muted cream.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Or that one. Which
Yeah,
one,
this one.
Then
Which
you
one?
could do your
Which
camo
one do you like out of the three?
Out of what? The 3.
Out of these 3, which one do you want to grab to go with it? The shirt is.
Let me see.
And the
I feel like if I do this, I feel like this.
I think this is the best.
Yeah.
Personally.
That's
just me because it's got the cream, the gum with the gum, browns, different browns, but they all the palette goes together.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do that.
I'm gonna do this.
right.
This is on the house.
Thank you,
You want to
sir.
do the sweats?
Yeah, I'll take the sweats.
Is this
man.
something you normally wear, just like some straight leg sweats?
Yeah. Whatever.
Did you want to do this shirt?
No, we can hold out. I want to do this shirt.
And then you want to do both the shoes?
Yes, sir. We cooking.
Guys, it's been a minute, but we're happy to be back, man. Special thank you to my man, Mr. Martin Amini. Hilarious, guys. Please tap in. Where can they find you on IG?
Yo, follow me at Martin Amini, and for upcoming shows, go to martinamini.com.
You heard it here
man.
first. We appreciate y'all as
Thank y'all, man.
always.
Always love,
Thank
man.
you.
Proud of you guys.
Always love. We miss you guys on the other side of this camera. You'll be seeing us a lot more soon. Till next time, we out.
Peace.